When I learned that SURJ was doing canvases in Sheepshead Bay, I was shocked that anyone was coming to canvass here because it feels like a neighborhood that the Democratic Party forgot about. Ever since it's been going more towards the right, it felt like the Democratic Party didn't even want to try to win voters back here anymore. This is the home I grew up in, and I've seen a lot of change over the years. My parents were born in Ukraine, and Sheepshead Bay has a lot of people also from the former Soviet Union who are all trying to start a better life. There's especially a growing split between my parents' generation and their politics and a younger generation that grew up here in South Brooklyn. As soon as I saw that there was a canvas here, I jumped right on that.
We are showing up for racial justice, or SURJ. We've been knocking on doors for Zohran Mamdani in Sheepshead Bay and Brighton Beach in southern Brooklyn to listen to the needs of people just like us. These are the white working class neighborhoods in the outer boroughs of New York City that the Democratic Party has been ignoring for decades.
In SURJ, what we particularly do is try to bring white people into a multiracial movement for justice. And there are working class white New Yorkers who want their rent stabilized, who would benefit from fast and free buses, who need universal childcare, who understand that cops responding to a mental health crisis is not the best way to take care of each other. I found knocking doors here that people who have not even heard of Zohran before resonate with those issues. This is the first time SURJ NYC has endorsed a political candidate, and we did it because it felt like Zohran was a candidate that would make the things we care about more possible. Hey guys, how's it going?
SURJ is canvassing for Zohran Mamdani because this is what we want. This is the kind of candidate who speaks for everything that our movement is for. Somebody today said they're here because it's the antidote to despair, and they've never felt so emotionally invested in a local election in their life.
There is enough for all is the SURJ core value that I think is driving my support for Zohran. The idea that there's enough for all, Zohran's campaign is based largely on affordability, and if New York City chose to tax billionaires at a rate that matched, what we're paying, if they paid their fair share, then we wouldn't have, so many people who were houseless. We wouldn't have people who couldn't afford to buy food, who couldn't afford to have health care. Our schools would be in better shape. Our parks would be in better shape. You name it.
The first thing I'm excited about actually is just top line saying that affordability is the crisis of our time. Like, I think the clarity of saying what makes New York City great is that lots of people can afford to live here. That is a kind of political and moral clarity that I'm just really excited about. I think it resonates with everyone. We've all seen how this city is becoming more and more inaccessible. I'm an artist, and I think a city that only rich people can afford to live in is a city that's bad for art. Like, I think that housing policy and education policy, transportation, that's the best arts policy we could have.
If this can happen in New York City and voices from all over the country can participate on the phones to speak to their belief in this candidate and what is possible with getting electeds in office like Zohran Mamdani, it's going to sow the seeds for this kind of a campaign to exist in many other places.
Zohran's primary win showed us that a working class champion can win in the biggest city in the US and inspire millions of people all over the country. This is bigger than New York. We are in the home stretch to elect Zohran. You can make calls with us from anywhere, or you can knock on doors with us in New York. Can you join us?